You reminded me of a video that I filmed around 2 or 3 years ago, also in Shizuoka, that I also had to scrap.
Oh, really?
But for a completely different reason. I was making this documentary on this virtual soapland service.
Oh, VR.
Okay.
VR soapland service that they have.
How does that work? How does that work?
Yeah. So essentially, it's literally role play. You go into like what's like kind of like VR chat.
Yeah.
And you get thrown into like a room, like that's like literally a 3D rendered bedroom.
Yeah.
And you basically just sit down or lie down, and this virtual girl comes through, and you connect via voice chat, and you have sex.
Wait, so the virtual girl is live action virtual girl?
No, no, no. Like an anime avatar, and there's a person on the other side
like
also
e-dating,
role playing as her. And there was this company apparently that I found that offers that service. They're apparently the pioneers of this service, as according to them. So I was like, oh, this could be kind of like an interesting like rabbit hole that I could like go into, right? So I went to their office in Shizuoka with Nabi, and we exactly the same thing. 2 minutes away, we were like, this is very residential. There are no office buildings anywhere.
Yeah.
And then Nabi was like, that's the place right there. And it was the most decrepit. Like, this house must have been at least 50, 60 years old. Just like sitting on this like hillside.
Right.
And we walk in, and, you know, the guy greets us and he's like, yeah, please come in and everything. And I walk in, and it literally looks like my grandma's house. It's like just this like really old wooden, like really musky house. And Nabi and I are just looking at each other like,
what the fuck?
this is the office? Like, this is just someone's house. Like, am I going to get murdered in here? Like, what the fuck's going on? But then we go into this living room, and there's like two like headsets.
Right.
I think they were like HTC Vives or something. And he was like, yeah, so you wanted to experience it, right? And I was like, yeah. Can I do an interview first? and apparently the girl, I guess the virtual soapland prostitute girl, was also in the house, but she was just upstairs. And I was like, can I?
Why does it have to be virtual?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, and yeah, the guy was like, oh, she's upstairs. And I was like, oh, can I interview her as well? It's like, yeah, you can, virtually. And I'm like, but you said she's upstairs, right? It's like, yeah. But you can't meet her.
Dude, that's so weird.
And I was like, okay. So I put on this HTC Vive, and she's there, and I can hear her.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, this is this really awkward footage of me interviewing this VR prostitute with an HTC Vive on my head. Oh no. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, dude, if Nabi wasn't there like looking out for me, I feel like I would have got like,
I would put that.
Yeah. So we
Were
finished.
they nice guys, or were they just kind of awkward, or like what was their vibe?
No, they were nice. They were like accommodating, but there was also just something like really off about this entire office.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's, I don't know, it's slightly concerning they wouldn't let you meet this girl.
Yeah.
I think could be definitely a bit weird.
It was really, really weird. And then so we did it, and then
I mean, maybe you could blur her, but the fact that you wouldn't be able to talk to her face to face.
Yeah. I think would like kind of like completely ruin the point, right? So at this point,
like a hostage in that?
I don't know. Legit, I don't know. But at this point already, I'm already like, oh, I might have to can this video because it's just
you can tell right away.
Yeah, it's just kind of red flag. And then we got to the part where it's like, all right, let's experience it. Because apparently, you know, they were saying some shit about like, so I was like, okay, so let me get this straight. You're having virtual sex, but you're still fully clothed and you're just sitting in your room, basically. And he was going on about like, yeah, but it's like, you know, like phantom pain? It's like that, but it's like phantom pleasure. And I was like, hang on a second. Stop. Like, if I was like, say for example, if I was a dude.
It's like,
if I was like, say for example, like, you know, I was using like a fleshlight or something, right? That would make more sense.
Yeah.
But you telling me that like, apparently the sensors are just so great in this that you're literally going to have a phantom nut. It's like there's no way that can be it. So I tried it out. And it's literally just like, I was sitting there for 30 minutes. This was a
Wow.
30-minute course.
That's the sorrow
Of me sitting there, like, literally just sitting there on the floor like this with an HTC Vive in the middle of
I
this.
want to see this footage.
Yeah.
In the middle of this musky room while I'm watching this virtual prostitute have virtual sex with me. And I'm just sitting there just like, I'm like this. I'm like, what am I doing?
So you're just sitting there and she's just like talking dirty to you and you're just sitting there like...
Yeah, she's sucking my virtual cock.
Oh my God.
You know, you even like virtually taking your clothes
I
off.
was like, and I'm just like, dog, what the hell is happening? Mind you, this entire time I'm soft as a pillow. Like, I'm like, you can't pay me to get hard right now.
Oh my God.
These two guys, are they watching you?
Yeah, and and Nabi is sitting there with the camera pointed at me, watching me, just
Oh my
like
God.
being like, I'm not getting paid enough to film this shit.
Poor Nabi.
And then so they do, you know, they finish the
my
deed,
God.
I guess. I take this HTC Vive.
How can they tell when they finish? Or like, all right,
It's
come.
like, oh, what are you
Wait, so customer, they usually just touch themselves while doing that?
No. They didn't even encourage that.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
you're there, so like,
Yeah, no, but like
Yeah.
even their whole shtick was that you don't even have to pleasure yourself in real life because your experience,
is so
the
great.
pleasure
Yeah.
is
Wow.
all auditory and visual.
Oh my God.
And it's like you're so in tune with this virtual avatar that you've created and connected with that it's literally
Wow.
virtual sex.
Wow, you can just virtually come.
You can virtually come. And I was
Wow.
like, Dad, I may be virtually hard, but in reality, I am soft. Like, this is weird.
I think I could tell you the exact length of 30 minutes in that exact moment.
Yeah.
I could be like, it's going to be long. It's going to be a long 30 minutes.
And so, like, I finish, apparently. Virtually. I virtually finish.
In game.
Yeah, in game I finish.
Guys, in game.
You're done.
It's in game, guys.
Yeah,
It's
in game I nut, and then I take off the HTC Vive, and this
Do you have a
dude
nut
is...
button?
No.
You are such a stronger man than me. I think
Yeah.
I would take the headset off in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I can't do this.
No,
Yeah.
I was just like, you know when you're like so shocked that you can't move?
You like see yourself from like a third person.
Yeah.
view. You're like,
Yeah.
what is my life?
Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm watching this virtual girl like ride me, supposedly. Meanwhile, in reality, I'm sitting in a musky room in the middle of Shizuoka while two dudes are looking at me
Yeah.
with an HTC Vive on, fully clothed.
One filming you.
One filming me, and I take the HTC Vive off, and the guy is just like, did that feel good? And I was like, you gotta be
No
shit.
way he said that.
He said that.
No way he said that.
He was like, "Kimochi yokatta desu ka?" And I was like, yeah. Nabi, we need to leave.
this was like the funniest video ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really debating whether to like upload it, but I'm like, I don't want that on the internet. So
Yeah.
I'll show you
Did
guys.
you capture the footage of her, the game footage as well?
I think we did.
Oh, Patreon.
What did the avatars look like?
The avatar
Yeah.
just you know what?
Succubus?
No,
avatar?
this is gonna be the worst way to describe it, but
Oh.
like it looked like an Azumanga Daioh character.
What?
Oh no!
It was like,
go hard on that.
it wasn't even like a high poly like character or anything like that. It was like the
You can get free models.
Yeah.
so
yeah,
easily.
Yeah.
the free models on VR chat looked better than whatever the fuck this model
How did
was.
you even find this? Like, did they reach out to you?
I found, I think Nabi found an article about it, and he was like, "There's no way this can be real." And I was like, "Let's look into it." And we contacted them, and they were like, "Oh yeah, let's do it."
I think the viewers fail to appreciate sometimes, like how weird or
Yeah.
almost unprofessional a lot of these places that we go to film can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had some places where we've been to where we've like communicated with them, like, hey, we're coming at this time, we're gonna do this thing. We show up and they're like, yeah, actually, we don't want to do it. Or like they're full.
Yeah.
Or like, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We communicated. Did we not? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, the viewer, you get to see the end product.
Yeah.
You don't get to see.
Or it's the weirdest,
failures.
most
Right.
like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? I can't show this on YouTube type of stuff.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's the thing. Like when you get permission, then you kind of have to be nice to them. Like you cannot really talk shit
Yeah.
about them
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
video.
it's always stepping on eggshells with, Japanese companies.